First thing we gotta do is we have our position, right? We're in the mount, right? I wanna get a grip, so I'm gonna grab her wrist and then I'm gonna grab her shoulder. I'll pull her up on her side, control with my feet, right? Got my foot here and my knee here, I'm pinching, right? I'm gonna move her face out the way, so I'll kick her, put my foot. Notice, see how she's off the ground? I have control of this arm, right? If it's all loosey-goosey, right? I step over, right? This is terrible and she's gonna start defending. But if I have it here, right? I pull up, I go to step, right? Her whole body is off the ground, right? I pinch tight with my knees and then I pull down her arm and bridge my hips up. That's the arm spot. Super cool. All right, Caitlin, teach it again.
Okay, Caleb's laying down. The first step of any submission is position. So I like to have my knees high. I'm pinching him, keeping good control. My left hand grabs his wrist. I grab across to grab his shoulder, pull up, pinch the foot and the knee, keep him trapped. Keep this pin to me. I push his face, step over. Keep it really tight the whole time. Lift.
I love it.
Is there a certain way the hand needs to be facing you?
Oh yeah, when you make armbar, it's important that the thumb is up and not down, or else his elbow won't be effective. You can do this all day. Pumping water. So keep the thumb up. Press that way.
Good. All right, you've seen it from two different people. Very similar, almost exactly the same. We teach the principle, we teach the mechanic. We're gonna walk you through it. Get with your partner, let's work the basic armbar from the mat. Okay, so a couple of neat fine points that we want to remember. He's not gonna let me do this unless we're just in training. He's gonna be fighting, right? So there's some things that we have to do to try to kind of get things set up quickly. The minute that I go like this and I start grabbing his arm and I pull him, he's gonna start defending. He's just gonna do that, okay? Now, if you want, you can change to another technique immediately. I see this and I think, that looks like a head and arm choke right there. Right? So I can immediately go for a head and arm choke, right? Here's the thing, when I push his head away, I'm making room for my leg and it's easier for me to get control of this. So this has to be tight. Caleb said lift them up. I like that. You can hold them here and lift them up, but when you push the head away, that's where your foot goes and you shouldn't go, right? One move. I lift, push, step. Now look, he's off the ground. I got him. Controlling him here. Pinching here so I don't crush my balls, right? Then I'm gonna grab and I'm gonna hug this thing. His hand strength is way stronger than my biceps. I'm never gonna get this, but I hug it, okay? Now watch. I lean it to his head and affect his shoulder, and he lets go. I hold it, reposition, lift, and I've got my arm lock. Notice all this is tight, there's no space. Now watch. I moved away an inch. At this point, he can now roll to his belly. And I can't stop him. He looks up, walks forward, and now he takes the top. Because I did not entangle properly. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got to entangle properly. Take up the space. There's a saying that we have, and I've heard it a million times, and I've probably said it at least a million times. Space equals escape. If I give him space, he will escape. If I take up the space, he's going to try to make space to escape, but I'm going to try not to let him. Do it again. This time, when Caleb makes his move, I get him up. He makes his move to defend, right? If I don't tighten this up, he should just go ahead and see if he can escape. All right, he chose to stand me up. Now I'm in trouble, right? It's not the end of the world, right? There's other things I can do, right? But his initial move was to stag me up, which if I give him too much space, it's hard for me to make the arm lock. Super good defense. We're not going to talk about the defense yet. Just think about, does he really got me or is there a lot of room to play? If there's room to play, can I roll over on my belly? Right? Can I roll up on top of him? Give it a try. Just wiggle on it. So we can do this from the guard as well, right? If you notice, the guard is pretty much just a mount upside down, right?
So I control here. If I gotta let go with my feet, and then I gotta do a thing called teeing up, right? I gotta turn my body. Look like a T, I look like an I, right? I wanna make like a T, right? Making sure I control her wrists. If I don't, she can just get up and walk away, right? Come back. So, first thing, position, right? In the guard. Second, keep your wrist control, right? I'm gonna tee up. If I tee up to my right, I'm taking this arm across. If I do the wrong arm this way, right? Well, now I have a different submission, okay? So, you wanna make sure you get the arm that's across after you tee up. So I tee up, I pull this arm across, I kick my leg over her head, and then I pull her down with my knee. Notice, right? Posture up. If my calf is just here, this is gonna suck. I gotta get my leg all the way around her neck, here, and then I pull, right? Now, if I want to, I can just pull her down all the way, get my arm bar here, right?
Other person.
Okay, so I have Caleb in guard, tight legs, my good wrist control. I'm gonna let go with my feet, tee up, just like he said. Sometimes I have trouble teeing up farther. Sometimes I don't tee up enough. And to help that, I use one hand and I hook the leg. I'm all the way over, and it makes the tee up a lot easier for me. You can submit here, but you can also go ahead and push him over, thumb straight, just like before.
Any questions? All right, we're gonna walk you through this if you're new. If you've done this before, go with your partner, rep it out, right side arm bar, left side arm bar, right side arm bar, left side arm bar. Get good at it. Go. Right? For a guy like me, man, I can tee up all day. I mean, I can move my body, right? I can totally move this, right? I can hold on, right? And I can just get him, and I can get him, right? I can do that. Sometimes the bigger guys, they don't have the back flexibility, or their gravity is wrong or something. So they end up getting kind of here, and they end up with their foot kind of like this. And that's just not good, right? All he does is he pushes down on my knees and collapses me down, pulls his arm out, and then I don't have him. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So Bill, my buddy Bill, does it like this. Push away. Now watch. He pulls him forward, and he arm bars him from the side. Does that make sense? So instead of teeing up, which is what we just taught you to do in reaching, see how I reach? I'm on the point of my shoulder. The only part of my body touching the ground is my shoulder. That's a good reach. Sometimes that's hard. So he said, Curtis, teach your big guys to do this. You pull them into the arm bar, right? I'll do it with this side so the other people can see. This goes over the head. Now watch, I pull him into it. So I didn't have to tee up as much. Okay? All right, here's the problem. It's a problem for little guys, not as much a problem for big guys. Big guys, you got great grip strength, you got strong legs. He tries to stand up, no problem. You just dump him over and you take the top. If a little guy can't maneuver him that well, if I do this and he starts standing up, right, I'm probably going to end up in trouble, right? So, little guys and gals, this was the one I want you to work on. Grab that, and I got him. I reached for it, okay? Big guys, if that's hard for you to do, here's how you know it's hard. I'll show you how, you go like this, you got to tee up and you end up with this, all that space. You guys, come over here. You look at this space. You guys see where I'm at? See all that space between the back of my knee? If you're pulling them over like this, you don't have them. So what you do is, pull your body away, and now look, you pull them into the space. Right? Pull them into the space, lock it up, make the arm bar. Okay?
Yes, sir.
However it is that you want to finish them is fine. Is that helpful?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you can't tee up as well, or you find yourself I'm not as tight, the big guy, his neck is this big and his shoulders are this big, and I can't pull him into it. Give it a try. There is a number of different ways to get to this arm bar. All right? Caitlin. Caleb's going to start from the back position. We're just going to walk through him. He takes the back, has his hooks. Just like in the first one, in the mount, what do we do? Grab the arm, palm the head. Let's see, grab the arm, palm the head. There's your arm bar. Boom. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. Caitlin is going to do the next one. She's on the bottom. Caitlin is going to be in the guard and stack her up. Now watch. When he goes to stack her up, now she just turns, reaches, and there's the arm bar from the stack position. Does that make sense? All right? Yeah.
I was worried I
All
would
right.
have to go further.
Caleb is going to start in the neon position. Now, you might think this is the most obvious arm bar. You could kick straight over and go from there, right? But the better arm bar is when she starts pushing against his leg, he scoops the other side, walks around the head, and there's that arm bar. Pretty cool? Caitlin is going to demonstrate the arm bar from the standing position. She's going to hold on really tight. No. Make a grip. She's going to do either dropping arm bar or she's going to do flying arm bar. And there's an arm bar for you. Okay? Make sense? Pretty cool?
Sir.
So this particular arm bar has so many applications that I'm going to tell you, you need to get this particular arm bar. It is the single most popular submission in all of jiu-jitsu. What does that mean for defense?
Everyone knows you escape.
Everybody's going to be working defense because it's the single most popular attack, right? It's kind of like the right cross, right? We better be able to block that in kickboxing. People are going to throw that thing. So when we see that, we recognize it's so effective. There's so many ways to get into it. We got to have some defense. All right, we only have a few minutes left, but I do want to fight.